pricey miniature soda, he would check the financial part of the International Herald Tribune and fill in the O's and A's for a paragraph, hoping for a spark of childhood joy. "I am also starting to have the thought," Liesl said quietly in English, darting a glance to their fellow train passengers, "that you have not to have been so honest with your Liesl. I think—" She studied a sleeping businessman and then a stern, skeletal middle-aged man reading a thick novel. "I think that you are a very rich boy." He said nothing. Liesl tucked a strand of white blonde hair behind her ear, then tapped the Financial Times. "You fill in the circles on the name Salvador Costa. He is head of something enormous. Some bank, yes? It is your father?" He nodded, shrugging. "My father is well off, yes." "And you too? You never do talking about working. I never hear you two have a profession, And the hotel in Ettal we stayed in. You must perhaps €1,000 there spent." "I have money now, but maybe not for much longer." It was August of 2008, and The Economist, the Financial Times, all were gathered in his lap, emblazoned with panicked headlines. Even the unexcitable Frankfurter Allgemeine had been allowing the headlines to span 5 out of 6 columns. Only the end of the world would get all 6, Liesl clarified, noting that it happened once after 9/11. Yes, but it is a rareness," mused Liesl, "for any rich person to become unrich, I think. We live in a world that the centuries have organized around giving those with money the protection of the state, yes?" Roberto wasn't sure whether a Marxist tirade awaited from the gorgeous blonde graduate student, but the train was applying its brakes and the diesel burnt hair smell was faint in the cabin. They were in Frankfurt. Roberto snapped a picture of the modern skyline as they decelerated. Frankfurt was one of the few European cities you might mistake for an American one. Soon Roberto and Liesl were off the train, retrieving their backpacks and standing in the busiest train station in Europe, the largest in Germany, with a football stadium's worth of fast-walking commuters who would mow down all in their path to board a train that left precisely when announced. Roberto and Liesl looked up at the enclosed space, the hangar-huge steel arches and begrimed glass in the ceiling above, which prepared one for a rainy, gray German day even when, like today, it was sunny outside. "Okay, Baron," Liesl purred. "I go away so you don't have to introduce me to your fatty and explain to your father who must be this mysterious girl." With this line of dramatics failing to catch hold, she became more like herself again. "Oh, I do want to see your father, from a distance, though." 20 guesses and you still wouldn't select him from the crowd. "Please, I marry your father instead, yeah? If he is the rich one." Roberto thought he saw the silver steel coiffure of Mrs. Santos. Yes. His heart warmed to see her again, though she had been, historically, a source of terror. Talking into her phone, she marched through the crowds of German commuters, and sure enough, Roberto's father was behind her. Where was Sam the intern? Usually he scurried ahead in advance and prepared things for his father, like a cross between a harried high society caterer and a Secret Service agent. Salvador Costa and Mrs. Santos tarried at a newsstand in the heart of the station. Mrs. Santos was exasperated about something and had her finger raised, a sign of imminent wrath, but it wasn't guessable who was the recipient. Maybe Sam the intern was in trouble. Roberto would have liked that. Mrs. Santos now wagged a finger at Salvador, her boss of 20 years, and then strode toward a station exit, talking into her phone.